court just totally twerking on complete strangers.
So I turned from ordering at the food court, and I saw this guy just totally going to twerking, and he had like his pants hanging down to just about his ass crack, and as he was twerking, it was coming down and coming down, so I was waiting for the jump to start. And I couldn't take my eyes off of it, so I had to figure out how to do it too. So I got up on the table, and we started this awesome crowd of twerking. You couldn't tell exactly who was mixed up with who because we all wanted to be just like Miley, and our asses were backing up in front.
Then it was ass shaking from here and ass shaking from there and up and there and all around. And I was just like, oh my gosh, there's so much fucking ass just shaking all over the fucking place. I just started hyperventilating and shit. And then I just didn't know what to fucking do. And I started crying and shit. And I'm like, yo, where the fuck is my BBW? Because she wouldn't know what to do in a situation like this. Because all this ass was just shaking like Molly. And it was just hanging like a fucking raw chicken and shit. And I just didn't know what to fucking do. And I'm like, yo.
Time.
So I didn't know what to do. It seemed like she was in a seizure with all this ass working and everything around. I didn't know what to do, so I guess I tried to revive her, I guess. I tried to resuscitate her. I tried to give her mouth to mouth. I tried to give her ass to ass. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was really uncomfortable. Like, I like to try to help people when they're like hyperventilating or something. Or she started to foam at the mouth and everything. So I didn't know what to do. So I just started twerking her face because that's what everyone else was doing. And I just didn't know what to do. So I mean, it seemed like it was working. She seemed like she was coming alive.
Time.
And, okay.
So I mean, this twerking mouth thing, I mean, it just like really hopped off. And when we looked around, everybody was sitting in everybody's face, and they were just twerking as hard as they could. I mean, it just like gave a new definition to fucking the face. You know what I'm saying? This ass to mouth thing was like so totally hot because the dude's face I was on then. I mean, he was just totally awesome. And he put a little tongue in it, and it just made it. I was just feeling like I was on top of the
Time.
world.
So they were adding tongue, and next thing you know, the KFC guy was throwing in chicken, so we were just eating chicken and twerking, and then it was ass to mouth, chicken twerking. I don't even know. I had a little tongue. It was all gravy from here. And so it was like, where's the mashed potatoes? And so we kept twerking on the mashed potatoes, just mixing, and I don't really know where it goes from there, but I just blacked out twerking. I wasn't felt like I drank like six bottles of 151 rum. I was twerking so hard. I was on stage with Miley Cyrus, Justin Timberlake.
And time.
So the twerking flash mob kept going on at the random public area that was like a mall or something. And then
Thought it was him.
so
At least it was mashed potatoes.
so there was
At least she wasn't twerking.
But we definitely got that on video.
And twerking, and it reminded me of like old times in the hood, except now it was on YouTube. And I just thought that was a great way to, like, a great end of the day to
Time.
So I walked into the food court and I saw just a whole bunch of people twerking and I didn't know what to do, so I started twerking and then I did a donkey kick and apparently I knocked somebody down and it was kind of like a domino effect. So then everybody stopped twerking and they were just falling and I didn't know what to do, so I just did the Harlem Shake and and then everyone started doing the Harlem Shake. And how much time do I have?
3, 2, 1 time.
And then, because as a British person, I'd never been there before, I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? So suddenly this is Harlem Shake, and I was like, right, just shake. And I was like, okay. Doing it, I didn't know what to do. People were looking at me, I got self-conscious, I looked at them, we just kept doing it. And then I was like, oh my god, and then I got really self-conscious about my accent, because I was asking people what they're doing, and they were asking where I've come from. And I was like, right, I'm just going to start twerking again, because that helped before. So I started doing it, and then I didn't do it before, and I just felt, oh my god, I shouldn't be doing this.
And time.
Well, this is my first time doing drugs. I was high off shrooms, and I walked into the mall for some munchies, and first I see people twerking, like, from left to right, up and down. I give some sort of thing, like an insanity workout, because I see people dropping pounds left and right, and then all of a sudden they start doing the Harlem Shake. And I'm like, this is some crazy shit. I'm gonna kill the person who gave me mushrooms.
And time.
And as soon as I find the guy that gave me the mushrooms, I am going to do something, but, you know, I'll probably get so nervous that I'll just feel like
I have to twerk right then, because or do some sort of break or something. I don't know. You know, it's just like if you get nervous now, all I gotta do is just start dancing, and then it's just weird. You get this dance craze going on. Everybody jumps on board. Before you know, you got other celebrities just thinking they can do shit. You know.
I was fucked up. And I was like, what the fuck have I walked into? And everybody was doing this thing. It was the new thing. It was kind of like bird is the word, but twerk is the word. And they were twerking. I was lost. And like I said, I was fucked up. That's all I remember. Woke up the next day.
Time.
And so I started tweaking, but then after like 20 or 30 minutes of tweaking, I figured out that they meant twerk, and so I started twerking, but then I was too tweaked out to twerk, so I started getting stoned, and then I was too drunk to get stoned, and stoned to get drunk, and